Hey, it's Hobo. I found some cool GoPro videos and it kind of illustrates the spray you're talking about right here. Putting on the power and a bit of chop gets sucked up into the prop. I thought I showed that pretty clearly. Um, this is a cool lake. The terrain is actually 800 feet at the far end of the lake, and there's no way this plane can outclimb it. It looks docile, but it's really daunting. And it's at this lake is at a higher altitude. Not much, might be only 2,500 feet, but it still makes a difference. You know, your turn radius is wider, and it's good advanced lake for students. Same with this one because it gets you used to coming into the terrain. There's a big hill you got to come in over. Why he's so high, you can actually get in lower and fly down that marsh, but it's really hard to do because you're coming in high over a terrain and have to side slip it. And you don't want to come in too short because you saw those dead trees on final in the bay there. Not good. So this lake, you can see the surface of the water is a little gustier here, less reflection. It's it gets kind of gusty on this lake. It's kind of narrow. You get the Venturi effect of the wind because of the terrain, you know, it kind of channels down. Anyway, this lake is pretty short, and we always taxi back. At least I always did previously, so I tried to get my student to turn here, and he couldn't. And that would be with water rudders down. You know, I get them in the habit of dropping the water rudders after every landing. And he couldn't make the turn there, so he's going to try one to the right, probably add a bit of power here. Shift that center of buoyancy back, which is your pivot point, getting more surface area ahead of the pivot point, raising the nose out of the water, negating the weathervaning tendency. Doesn't make it to the right, so we should kick full left rudder, add power, you know, get that nose up. It's going to increase your turn radius, but you got to shift that center of buoyancy, otherwise you're not going to get it around. And look at that spray. It's going to be going into the prop likely, and you might get droplets on the windshield. Not good, especially if you're going into the waves there. It's choppy, so he couldn't get it around there. Bursting the power like he did doesn't help. It's a land plane habit, so best thing to do here would be to sail it back or take off. We have lots of room here. We were light. There's only two of us. This lake's at a lower altitude, so that's what I believe we did. Yeah. One rise. Nope. Okay. That was the second rise, I guess. Huh, you can't really see the two rises too well on this camera. Well, don't let it change your opinion of the nose position. I'll have to get some footage from inside the cockpit. But anyway, I thought this was a cool way to learn video editing. I'm not too familiar with it. Um, Recording and all that stuff. Hopefully I can throw together a more legitimate video where I can cut in some scenes of Rise of Flight, the real plane, and go through some exercises or something like that. I don't know, I've got big plans, but it's hard to make it all come together, so that's why I'm throwing up all this rough stuff here. Is, you know, if it's all I get up, then whatever. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Hopefully you learned something, and take care.